Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Today is the 26th of November. Welcome to News is Coming program.
The main contents of today's program are the Israeli-Palestinian conflict challenge and hopes for peace, urgent evacuation of Chinese citizens from Lebanon, China's intercontinental missile launch, Federal Reserve risk cuts, consumption downgrades, Huawei Home operating system is released, Chinese table tennis players show national charm, East Asian women's literature is seen by the world, South Korean deepfake accident, entertainment version of Lolita Island accident.
Dear viewers, today's News is Coming program will take about 60 minutes. Let's take a look at the detailed report below.
On October 7, 2024, the Palestinian Islamic residents announced an action against Israel and began to intensively attack. On the morning of the 7th, air defense alarms were sounded in many places in central Israel. The Israel Defense Forces say that they had detected multiple rockets fired from the southern Gaza Strip into Israel. Rockets hit an open area, and no casualties were reported. Subsequently, the Kosenbergis, an armed faction of the Palestinian Islamic Resistance Movement, claimed the responsibility for the attack and released a video of the attack later that day, saying that the organization used 90 rockets to attack Tel Aviv. After the attack, a spokesman for the Israel Ministry of Defense issued a notice requiring Gazans in the area where the rockets were launched and surrounding areas to evacuate as soon as possible. And then the Israel Army launched the airstrikes on the relevant areas. Israel launched a rocket before the bullet. According to the data released by Health Department of Palestinian Gaza Strip on October 5, in its round of conflict, Israel military operations, the Gaza Strip have caused more than 41,000 deaths and more than 62,000 injuries on the Palestinian side. Many civilians lost their lives and millions were forced to flee their homes. With women and children bearing the burden of the disaster, the Palestinian Health Department issued a statement on September 15, saying that among all the identifiable victims, children accounted for 33.1% and women accounted for 18.3%. It is estimated that 9 out of 10 people in the Gaza Strip have been displaced by the war, and a large number of people are facing shortages of food, medicine, and domestic and drinking water. 74% of the displaced people tents are no longer usable. With the arrival of the winter and rainy seasons, the survival of people in the Gaza Strip will become more difficult.
Oh my God, did you hear that? Oh my God.
And all the things go, child is so taken.
ما فيش عندي دار ولا عندي محل.
Their violence calls such silence. Who are we mistaken? I see it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they're fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're crying. In your head,
The body of a dead child is found and taken away on a stretcher.
What's in your head? In your head, zombie. Another mother's breaking heart is taking home.
All of this? What do you expect me to do?
Their
Fix it?
violence
I'm only just want to be a doctor or anything to help my
It's the
people, my
same
kids.
movie since 1960. In your head, we're falling with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're dying. In your
Nation on earth would agree.
13 votos a favor, 0 votos en contra, 2 abstenciones. El proyecto de resolución queda aprobado como resolución 2720.
Well, Palestine and Israel are in the face conflict. The situation in Lebanon is also very serious. Please ask the host Xiao Zhihan to explain the current situation.
Okay, due to the severe security situation in Lebanon, all Chinese citizens who wish to evacuate have safely evacuated Lebanon at 5 a.m. on October 2nd, Beijing time. 1,046 Chinese citizens in Lebanon and 5 foreign family members arrived safely at Beijing Capital International Airport on a chartered plane. When they walked out of the cabin, they proudly waved the national flag in their hands. War is ruthless, but the country has love. At this moment of stepping in nationalship, I am really very happy. We know we are safe. The 2 batches of evacuation operations are like winds flying through the storm. The first batch of Xunxiamen ships broke through the waves. The 400 hours voyage is not only a geographically, but also a search for spiritual home. Then Air China CC8061 passed through the smoke and greeted dawn, placing 151 hearts line for the peace in the arm of the motherland. At that moment, the national flag in hand was not only a flag of victory, but also a deep confession to the motherland. War is ruthless, but the country has love. These symbolic characters condense endless gratitude and pride. Under the severe security situation in Lebanon, Chinese citizens successfully evacuated Lebanon. At the same time, China successfully launched an international mission. Now I will hand over to reporter Dong Jiahu.
Okay, host. Beijing time of September 25, the intercontinental missile exploded and was successfully launched in the South Pacific Ocean. The launch process was broadcast live, and the world was focusing on the missile launch. With the successful launch of the missile, it quickly caused a strong response in the international community. Intercontinental missiles opened China's new century. The eyes of governments around the world were focused on China, expressing their concern and position on the accident. The foreign reports at the diplomatic press conference after the successful test launch were collectively silent. The international community expressed admiration for the successful launch of China's intercontinental missiles, and some countries began re-examining the international situation. The Ministry of National Defense made a statement after the successful launch of the intercontinental missile that it's not aimed at any specific country or target, and the relevant countries were notified in advance before the launch. Our remarks show that the successful launch of our Zhujing bombing has promoted national prestige and displayed national style, and does not carry the ideas of threatening international security. Other countries in the world cannot make oriented military calculations. Online media actively reported the successful missile launch, using inspiring handlers such as China Policy Illustrate. The United States and its allies should think twice before provoking again. My country is so great. Dolphin Expressing will accomplish its mission, and ICBM opens a new century for China. At the same time, nations discussed the event fiercely on major social media and sent their best wishes to the motherland for the successful launch of the intercontinental missile.
Thank you, reporter Jiahui, for bringing the on-site situation. The launch of China's intercontinental missile demonstrates China's national defense strength and peaceful attitude. The instability of the international situation is not only the military, but also in the economic field. Please ask the reporter Yixuan to report the special situation.
On Thursday, September 19, 2024, the Federal Reserve announced a 15 bonds per rate cut, lowering the tax rate of the federal fund rate from 5.75 cents to 5.5 cents to 4.75 cents to 5 cents. This rate cut means that the Federal Reserve has started its first interest rate easing cycle in more than 4 years. Before this meeting, the market had enough expectation that the Federal Reserve would start to cut interest rate, but there were different opinions of the size of the cut. Fed Chairman Powell said in his speech after the meeting, the decision to cut interest rate by 0.4 percentage point reflects our growing confidence that the strong labor market can be maintained with modest growth in inflation continue to fall to 2% by making appropriate adjustment to our policy stand. We have also decided to continue to reduce our security holdings. After the Fed cut interest rate, funds will flow from United States to our country, especially emerging economies. The inflow of this fund will drive up asset prices such as local stock markets and real estate markets, bringing center development opportunity to emerging economies, but it may also trigger as bubbles. Large capital inflow will lead to currency appreciation in emerging economies, which will weaken the competitiveness of their import products and put center pressure of economic growth of the export-oriented countries. Although it is easier for companies and government in emerging economies to option financing in a lower interest rate environment, excessive borrowing may lead to increased debt risks. Once the global economy situation changes or the flow of funds reverses, this country may face a debt crisis. The Fed interest rate cut may trigger competitive interest rate cuts by central banks in other developing countries to maintain the competitiveness of their currency and emerging growth. They will make the coordination of global monetary policies more difficult and inflate the stability of the global economy. Interest rate cuts will help reduce the borrowing costs of companies and individuals, thereby promoting trade finance and increase trade activity. This has a central positive effect on availability, the negative impact of the global trade tension. Commodities such as gold and oil are usually denominated in US dollar. The Fed interest rate cut will depreciate the US dollar, thereby driving up company prices.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Our economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years. The labor market has cooled from its formerly overheated state. Inflation has eased substantially from a peak of 7% to an estimated 2.2% as of August. We're committed to maintaining our economy's strength by supporting maximum employment and returning inflation to our 2% goal.
Thank you, issues reporter. Under the influence of the overall environment, consumption downgrades have led to overcapacity in many industries. Guizhou Maotai fell below a new low during the session. The specific situation was reported to us by reporter Jing He.
OK host. On September 13th, Guizhou Maotai fell below 1,300 share during the season, hitting a new low since early November 2022. In the industry's view, the recent market price of Feitian Maotai has fallen during the peak season, and the market feedback shows that demand is not strong, and the market is concerned about its transformation and development prospects. At the previous performance meeting, Maotai management responded that the overall situation of the Maotai market relatively stable, and at the same time stated that the annual 15% growth target of total operating income can be compliant as planned. In terms of performance, Guizhou Maotai revenue in the first half of 2024 was 81 billion yuan, a year-on-year increase of 16%. Net profit put down to shareholders of listed companies was 41 billion yuan, year-on-year increases of 15%. The company's sales excess increased by 46% year-on-year to 2 billion yuan, mainly due to increased advertising and marketing expenses. During the reporting period, Guizhou Maotai gross profit margin also declined slightly. Zhang Deqin said at the 2024 semi-annual performance briefing that in the first half of this year, the gross profit margin of Maotai liquor increased by about 1% year-on-year. The gross profit margin of Series liquor increased by about 1% year-on-year, and the proportion of Series liquor in liquor revenue was 16%, an increase of 1 percentage point year-on-year. The increases in the proportion of Series liquor revenue has allowed the overall gross profit margin of liquor product. It is worsening according to media reports. In the first half of this year, the terminal market price of Feitian Maotai once fell below 2,300 yuan each bottle. Regarding the price of Feitian, Zhang Deqin said that Maotai attaches great importance to the market situation. The company has conducted market research in various provinces and regions and held market worker meeting in various provinces and regions.
这个茅台跌破1300块钱，从最高点2489块1毛1跌到现在为止，差不多也就腰斩了。未来还会有下跌。就茅台讲茅台，我觉得意义不是很大。我想讲的要放在一个更大的一个背景里来讲这个事情，就是我们整个出现消费的降级。那为什么会消费降级呢？第一，我现在手头上的钱少了，是我们手上的客观事实，房产、股票都出现了比较大幅的调整。大概在房产上，整个的下跌在200万亿左右，股票市场在45万亿左右，有245万亿下跌了。那么也就是说，对的财产它是比较大的。第二个方面就是未来我们可能赚到的钱减少了，很重要的是就是要看现在的就业的情况嘛。茅台的这个下跌实际上是一个整个消费降级的一个几种体现。那茅台里面还有一个，那就是它的茅台的金融属性，也就是说原来的茅台之所以涨得好，实际上很多是积压在茅台的专卖店里，或者是赌它茅台会上涨啊，买回去买100下、200下、300下放在家里。那么现在这种情况就发现，实际上就出现了比较大的下跌的情况，存在的里面的就变成了2次打击了。据说啊，是典当行现在的茅台价格已经跌破1499的这个官方零售价。我个人判断啊，在这样的背景下，茅台可能还会往下掉到1000块以下都有可能。当然，这个是我一家之言啊，不一定准确。
Thank you, Jinhe's report. The drop in the price of Malta really amazed us. With the rapid changes in the economic situation, many companies has made changes and innovation. Of course, the company that attracts the most attention is Huawei's continuous innovation. The rapid of its development really amazed us. On October 22nd, Chinese Domestic Mobile Operating System Huawei's native home operating system was officially released, which is also the world's third largest mobile operating system after Apple's iOS and Android. According to home system, you have installed an international for the world new product, the previously released home system, because the system base is still particularly used. LSP is often scarce and has to be compatible with some old applications. The native home release this time has realized all the self-developed system base. The flossy performance security characteristics of the system have been significantly improved, and the domestic operating system has also been realized. Terminals and controllable. The rise of the domestic operating system is behind the comprehensive development of China's related industries. Only the innovator advances, only the innovator is strong, and only the innovator wins. Only through independent innovation can only the innovator advance, and only the innovator can master the key core technology in his own hands. Only the innovator can win. Gain an advantage in the cultural competition and go far on the road to the future. This press conference not only shows Huawei's technological accumulation in the field of mobile operating systems, but also highlights the breakthrough of China's science and technology industry in key core technologies. With the intervention of global scientific and international competition, mastering the core technologies of independent research and development has become the key to maintain competitiveness. The launch of Huawei's native home is exactly the improvement of China's increasing independent innovation ability. In recent years, China has continuously promote research and develop in semiconductor chips, 5G communication operating system, and other fields, constantly nearing the gap with the national leading level.
The world is evolving at a very rapid pace. We are living in an age of accelerated innovation. What were only words or maybe ideas a few years ago are becoming a reality today.
I think that we're now living in a world in which there is an increased consciousness of the fundamental importance of technology as to the way in which our society is shaped and the way in which we address our social problems. Innovation is the center of everything.
"5G, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, these innovations change the way we work, the way we interact with each other. You have two choices as a company: disrupt or be disrupted, struggle or adapt very quickly."
过去30年，华为公司所做的工作，就是通过通讯和 IT 技术丰富人们的沟通与生活。创新是华为的 DNA， 是由于我们必须通过创新才能实现技术领先。通过创新以后，我们真正满足客户的这个需求。
其实在我们中国有一句古话啊，叫做以史为鉴，可以知兴替。那其实我们很多的技术的突破呢，都是源于在很多的这种自己钻研的领域的一些技术的积累啊，还有不断的去尝试。
We worked with Leica for photography, Porsche design for flagship phone, which I think the phone that embodied the best DNA and the values of innovation of Huawei. But Huawei is not working on consumer products. They have a global expertise from networks to storage to services.
Currently, I'm leading the research for 5G and beyond. Huawei was not that known at the beginning because what is visible is the consumer product, like your cell phone. But in order to make this happen, we were working on the infrastructure very early on.
最早从交换机开始，然后逐步进入了光传输，然后进入了GSM移动，然后逐步进入了就是移动通信的3G WCDMA 这个领域。
This put Huawei in an ideal position to build the future of connectivity and to make the technology accessible to everyone everywhere.
We have been working on this wireless technology for many, many years, starting at 2G. Then they provided a 3G solution, 4G, and so on. They had what they called a single RAN solution, one single platform to allow you to simultaneously provide a service for several generations of services to users. This is quite unique.
我知道有很多人就是觉得说中国制造呢，可能是一个比较不好的，或者说一个负面的这样的一个标签。其实我跟很多的年轻人啊，或者说我们的一些校友啊，还有一些同学们我们经常一起讨论说怎么去把新一代的一些技术啊，把一些新一代的产品做得更好。
Since 2008, Huawei has been topping the list of the top filers of international patent applications worldwide. That's an extraordinary achievement.
在80年代，我们的梦想是家里面有一个固定电话后来移动通信发展以后，我们的梦想是我们有一个移动的手机。那现在的梦想是我们真正的是真人级的，跨越时间障碍的，跨越空间的这个真人的通讯。华为不仅见证了并推动了中国和世界通讯的发展，但是我们在发展过程中也并不是一帆风顺的。我们现在可以聊一聊回到30年前华为的情况。
Thank you. In Charles' report, the prosperity of Bordentree is supported by national streets, and behind electric award is a continuum of awards and experience.
At 13 on October 10 local time in Stockholm, Sweden, the Swedish Academic Award the 2024 Nobel Prize in Literature to Korean female writer Han Kang because she faced historical trauma with a poetic and prose-like pen and revealed the fragility of human life. Hong Kong is also the first Asian female writer to win this award. Hong Kong's writing attempts to melt the cold reality with the warm body temperature of women, and to re-establish a new order for women and life with completely rebellious and salute writing. Andrew Olson, chairman of the Nobel Prize Committee, emphasized that Hong Kong's simplified for vulnerable group, usually women, is obvious. Kang's work is deeply influenced by Korean history, especially the Gwangju incident and the trauma it brought. This incident not only affected her family background, but also deeply influenced her literary creation. In human behavior, Hong Kong shows the profound impact of historical events on individual lives through multi-perspective narratives. This complex narrative method infused her works with a strong sense of history and social responsibility. However, Hong Kong is not limited to the historical drama of Korea. Her works have resonated widely around the world. By exploring trauma, pain, and human fragility, she touches on many common problems faced by modern society, whether it is war, violence, or personal loneliness. Her literary expression transcends geographical and cultural boundaries, making her a writer with global influence when traveling abroad. Hong Kong's literary achievements are not only reflected in her exploration of language and form, but also in her attention to social issues. Her works are not only literary works, but also a tool for social criticism and reflection on human nature. By facing historical trauma and human fragility, she reveals how individuals survive, fight, and find themselves in a complex social context.
The Nobel Prize in Literature for 2024 is awarded to the South Korean author Han Kang for her intense poetic prose that confronts historical traumas and exposes the fragility of human life. She is the first South Korean and the first Asian female Nobel laureate in literature. It was announced by the Swedish Academy in Stockholm, Sweden on the 10th of October 2024 and will be awarded on the 10th of December 2024. She is best known for the novel The Vegetarian, which traces a woman's mental illness and neglect from her family. In 2016, it became the first Korean language novel to win the International Booker Prize for Fiction. Han Kang had just finished dinner with her son at her home in Seoul when she received the information. She said in the interview, "I grew up with Korean literature, which I feel very close to. So I hope this news is nice for Korean literature readers and my friends, writers. For me, since when I was a child, all writers have been collective. They are searching meanings in life. Sometimes they are lost, and sometimes they are determined, and all their efforts and all their strengths have been my inspiration. So it's very difficult for me to pick some names of the inspiration. It's very difficult for me."
Thank you, Yunjin. Let's congratulate the great Asian woman on winning the Nobel Prize. She opened the world's abyss to Asia's literature achievement. Also in 2024, at the Olympic Games, the Chinese athletes are also showing the world the strength of Asia.
Wang Chuqing Sun Yinsha won the gold medal in table tennis mixed doubles on July 30th, local time. The Paris Olympic table tennis competition was held in Hall 4 of the Sun Parents Arena. In the finals, the Chinese team Wang Chuqing Sun Yinsha defeated the North Korean team Li Zhenzhen Jin Jinying to win the gold medal. This is the first mixed doubles gold medal in the history of the Chinese table tennis team in the Olympic Games, and the sixth gold medal of the Chinese sports delegation in these Olympic Games. Sun Yinsha set the from defeat of Tokyo to the championship of these mixed doubles. We both did it. The two have been pairs since 2017, and it has been 7 or 18 years now. We have also won championships in big and small competitions. The Olympic game is also the most sacred and the greatest stake for both of us. She told the reporter the gold medal was an affirmation of the whole table tennis team's efforts in the past 3 years. Wang Zhuqing said after the game, "Some people said that want to exchange my life for this gold medal, and I did it." Wang Zhuqing also expressed his excitement and emotion for the victory. He said frankly, "Some people said the time I want to exchange my life for this gold medal, and I did it." His word revealed endless praise and love for the table tennis. This spirit of struggle is not only a challenge to oneself, but also an inspiration and a role model, inspiring more young athletes to keep moving forward. The two young table tennis players showed extraordinary and combination fighting spirits in the competition, and their performance impressed the audience. The tactical composition and the breasting string of Wang Zhuqing and Sun Yishan not only neutralized the opponents one by one, but also firmly controlled the rhythm of the game through changeable tactics and stable performance. The victory proved the strength of Chinese table tennis in mixed doubles, and also shows the potential and the future of the younger generation of athletes. This victory is of extraordinary significance, which not only added a gold medal to the Chinese delegation in the Olympic Games, but also inspired more young people to partake in table tennis. Through the struggle and the victory of Wang Zhuqing and Sun Yishan's world has seen heritage and inheritance of Chinese table tennis, as well as the spirit of new generation of players to work bravely and constantly surpass themselves. This mixed double final is undoubtedly an important page in the history of Chinese table tennis, showing the glory of youth and strength, and inspiring the growth and the dream of more young athletes in the future.
日本公开赛上，国乒小将孙颖莎强势获得女双、女单双冠。国际乒联官网呢，直接将孙颖莎的进步描述为火箭般的上升。
女乒出了个孙颖莎，
而且那会儿我非常挺羡慕，就衣服上有国旗，然后衣服上有你自己的名字。
梦想里是能打世界冠军大满贯，
希望能当上主力的或当大满贯吧。
希望我能成为大满贯，最后能拿到大满贯，保持热爱，保持专注。
国旗再次升起，国歌再次奏响。
放弃归等，放纵去爱，放肆自己，放空未来。我不全然，我不全然，我不全然，我不全然。
在脑海中一直在出现，就是真的跨越不了你孙颖莎自己的这道坎嘛。你总在第二个台阶一直徘徊着，你想迈上去的时候很艰难，但是你又想到达顶峰，你又想往上迈，但是迈的这一步的时候，就是你脚已经抬起来了，只要踩上去，其实你已经就上这个台阶了。自己那一道坎真的就跨越过去，就是一下就感觉人就释怀，包括就一下感觉自己就上升了一个台阶的那种感觉。
它是第一个突围出来的，当时都是劣势，从22年底的也都是一步一步自己靠自己，他都是自己打出来的，打这么多冠军的话。
吉盖斯特
可悲，对于孙雨莎来讲，就是一簇希望的烽火，远大的理想已经逐渐开始实现。
Thank you, reporter Qu Zhangwei, for your report. Nowadays, the rapid development of science and technology has brought many convenience to people, but it has also brought a severe social problem. South Korea's deepfake instance is one of them. Let's cut to the scene.
Recently, South Korea has once again exposed the large-scale sexual crimes caused by deepfake technology. Many Korean women posted messages of help through Chinese social platforms, describing their painful experience of being victimized by deepfake AI face-changing technology. Their voices attracted a lot of attention and discussion, and related topics were on the hot search list once after another on August 28. According to South Korean media reports, deepfake technology is widely used in South Korea to illegally produce pornographic content as early as 2021. Two graduates of Seoul National University used the Telegram encryption platform to use deepfake technology to change faces and synthesize more than 1,800 nude photos of women, as many as 61 victims, including 12 Seoul National University students. These criminals used the AI technology to modify photos of ordinary women into pornographic images and spread them in Telegram group chats. It is reported that some Telegram channels have as many as 220,000 members and can generate fake nude photos by simply uploading real photos. The price of each deepfake images is only 48 cents, which reflects a huge criminal industry chain and huge market demand. Shockingly, although the police have launched the investigations, the current penalties for relevant offenders are still relatively light. Many deepfake sex offenders have not been substantively punished, and some juvenile offenders have even been spared from imprisonment due to their young age. In 2023, South Korea saw a sharp increase in the number of criminal cases related to deepfake, with 297 cases being investigated in the first half of the year alone. Problems caused by deepfake technology in addition to sexual exploitation. Deepfake also raises a series of issues such as privacy and reputation rights. South Korean society pays insufficient attention to such crimes, and the enforcement of laws is relatively lax, which makes many female victims miserable. Many victims not only suffer severe psychological harm, but also faces the dual pressure of privacy leaks and social stigma. Seo Hae-jin, Human Rights Director of the Korean Women Lawyers Association, pointed out that the production and dissemination of such deepfake pornographic content have become the source of large-scale sexual crimes. Both the number of victims and the prevalence of cases reflect the seriousness of the problem. The anonymous payment system of cryptocurrency has contributed to the proliferation of crime. In response to increasingly rampant digital sex crimes, the South Korean government has announced that it will push for stricter legal changes to make viewing or purchasing deepfake content a crime. In addition, the South Korean police plan to launch a 7-month special crackdown to severely crack down on such behavior. At the same time, they will also increase supervision and open a 24-hour assistance hotline for victims.
These women have had enough. of a social media scourge. The number of reported deepfake cases has exploded in recent weeks, with chat rooms exposed containing thousands of members creating and disseminating fabricated sexual images of real girls and women. Most perpetrators are teenagers.
Some may dismiss it as a mere prank, but it is clearly a criminal act that exploits technology under the shield of anonymity.
Within this chat room, people can easily obtain deep fake photos by paying money through a bot system.
Independent journalist Won Yoon-ji cracked open the first major case earlier this year. Dozens of women harassed with their photographs converted into deepfake porn.
His attempts to really humiliate me and try to get me respond. That really just felt like a physical assault.
After building trust with the suspect over the encrypted messaging service Telegram, Yoon-ji lured him out, organising women's underwear to be dropped off at a university toilet block. When he came to collect, police swooped.
After nearly 2 years of conversation, it was the only moment I saw hope. I thought, this crime will end now. The victims can finally rest easy.
Facing a police investigation, Telegram has set up an exclusive email for authorities. The government's pushing for a hotline. Many women aren't waiting, deleting their social media photos en masse.
This problem is being viewed almost as a national disaster in Korea.
South Korea isn't alone in targeting Telegram. The platform's founder was arrested in France last month over allegations the service abets sex crimes. Creating deepfake material can result in a jail sentence of up to 5 years or a fine of almost $40,000 US. Politicians are now calling for even tougher measures, including lowering the age of criminal responsibility. But getting a conviction is a massive challenge, and many perpetrators end up with a light sentence or even probation. What victims want is a change in attitudes among men.
So I'm less worried about the technologies than with the persistent misogyny and rape culture.
A need to prevent a problem that's proliferating in South Korea and abroad. James Oaten, ABC News, Seoul.
Thanks to reporter Shilu's report. Nowadays, not only deepfake, but also the greater dark side of society are constantly being released. For example, the well-known artist Diddy was recently arrested, and the glamorous appearance, there are many unknowns if it's hidden. Now I invite reporter Chun Yi to report.
U.S. media report on September 16 this year, the FBI entered Diddy and checked into a hotel in Manhattan. So after a grown-up FBI officers in wordbreakers handcuffed Diddy and walked out of hotel, investigated, and the sign seized drugs, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and 3 AI 15 refills. Diddy offered to mortgage or sell his house for $15 million to obtain bail, but the FBI believed that Diddy was a danger to society and a risk of scouting and restrict his bail terms. Security Diddy has been played on suicide watch and has been transferred to the Metropolitan Prison in Brooklyn, New York, where he is in the same room. Beckman felt the fraud of the Securities Exchange (FTX). Person Steve said he refused to eat meals prepared for him because he was afraid of being poisoned. As the FBI gradually resolved details of the sentiment, the red process he used to hold were also entered. Many Hollywood celebrities were seen in the photos, including the Classic family, Anna Wintour, Jennifer Lopez, Gen Z on September 9 this year. 51-year-old Smith crossed the profundity of society assaulting him and wrote $100 million verdict on September 34. New York prosecutors did not use the word demur when discovering profundity. He was being involved in several activity since 2009 and could be jailed for life or covered in the 14-page indictment. His charges include harm, trafficking, extortion, violence, sexual assault, extortion, drug dealing, kidnapping, bribery, arson, obstruction of justice act. Profundity was born in Harlem, New York, and grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. As a businessman, he has been involved in many industries such as clothing, wear, and media, and is one of the richest interests in the world. He owns a yacht worth $65 million and a back-private jet. The most recent time he appeared on the cover of Vogue was in 2017 when he was promoting a line of general called Modest. Profundity was arrested by the FBI in Manhattan Hotel as the details of the indictment are gradually revealed. The glamorous hop-up grant has become another infant steady actor for the fear-up.
Dude, from disturbing footage of Diddy's freak-off island to doing these satanic rituals on his victims, these are the 20 weirdest videos of Diddy. And first up, Diddy was caught on camera at an auction when he sold something terrifying.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you, and I would like to auction something off, okay? If you win, you get a night out with Diddy. Saturday night in New York, and I promise you, your ass will wake up Wednesday laying beside me.
And if you think Diddy's joking, check out number 19 on our list.
For all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so they can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look, what you get the drink out his head. And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is an actual DJ's not supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
Yeah, and that's not the only dude Diddy schemed on. Because at number 18, Diddy and Biggie were caught on camera being more than just friends.
I look at him like, I say Jesus.
And the next question is...
Love you.
And if anything, Diddy treats his boyfriends better than his girlfriends. Because next up at number 17, Diddy got in a fight with his ex-girlfriend Cassie and decided to post a TikTok to humiliate her online.
What? What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? You ain't got to say.
Now for number 16, at this point, everyone kind of knew Diddy was up to no good, which is exactly why Jimmy Fallon exposed him in 2016.
You used to invite me to your parties. And, you did.
Yeah.
You did. I remember I got an invite from you once. This is true. You used to have these crazy parties, and one invite was it self-destructed. It was you talking, and it said you gave
I remember.
the information of where the party was, and then it said this message was self-destruct.
I'm very high concept.
Look, Diddy was clearly destroying evidence. However, he wasn't able to destroy everything. Because at number 15, Diddy once beat his own girlfriend on camera and tried to hide the evidence for years. See, in 2024, CNN released never-before-seen footage of Diddy chasing his girlfriend Cassie through a hotel hallway and beating her. And after the footage was released, it was revealed Diddy tried to pay the hotel $50,000 to destroy the tapes. But look, Diddy's always had a strange side with the women closest to him. Because at number 14, he filmed himself getting freaky with his own mother.
Yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom do gotta have a good time. Cause he ain't sitting in the house playing. He outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. Real.
But it gets even weirder. Because after watching number 13 on her list, I think Diddy wants to be his mom. See, one night, Diddy hopped on Snapchat after having a few drinks and posted himself cross-dressing.
So Atlanta, we come in, get my wig. Yeah, Atlanta, I'm bringing something special. Hey, yo, Toronto, Cash, what up? So, we going to Toronto, and we just going to have fun.
Now next up, we gotta talk about number 12, because this man Diddy loves kissing men. See, in 2002, Diddy was doing an interview with Birdman, and at first, Diddy was kind of feeling him up.
Start working out though. Just start like get in the gym though.
But after that, he even went in for a little kiss.
I was the president for
This news is here. The program has finished broadcasting.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.